Hey there, folks. My name is Addison. Baseball is America's sport. It's what we're known for. No other country does it as well as us. Well, except for maybe Japan, who has won 5 of the last 8 Little League World Championships. Maybe it's because it's somehow in our blood, or maybe it's because no other country wants a sport where the men wear pajamas. But no matter what, America loves baseball. Going out to the ball game, out to the crowd, buying peanuts and Cracker Jacks, not caring if you ever go back, those are ideas our founding fathers laid out in the Declaration of Independence that we still stand by today. Like any sporting event, baseball games are best enjoyed drunk off your ass. Now I know there's no such thing as too drunk, from personal experience, but what if a large number of people, all angry and drunk, acted out against you? How do you think you would fare in this hypothetical situation? Well, for the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers, this was anything but a hypothetical.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Long, long ago, in 1974, in the faraway land of Cleveland, Ohio, there was a promotion held at Cleveland Stadium. This promotion offered 12-ounce beers for only 10 cents when they were normally 65, but limited patrons to only 6 beers per person. It's also important to know the Texas Rangers had beat the Cleveland Indians just 1 week prior in Arlington. In that game, in the bottom of the 8th, a fight had broken out involving all players on the bench fighting each other in the middle of the diamond, and one player had to be restrained as to ensure he didn't begin fighting fans in the stands. When a Cleveland reporter asked the Texas Rangers if they were concerned about more fighting the next week in Cleveland, the team's manager said they won't have enough fans there to worry about. This caused Cleveland radio hosts to further fuel the fire for all their listeners in the area. The day of the game, over 25,000 people showed up, which was twice the number they expected. The Texas Rangers took a 5-1 lead early on. As the game progressed, the crowd became more and more unruly, with a woman flashing the crowd, a naked man sprinting to second base when the ball was hit, and a father-son pair who ran out onto the field and mooned the crowd. People began throwing food and objects which progressively grew in size, all the way up to someone throwing lit firecrackers into the Rangers' bullpen. In the bottom of the 9th, the Indians tied the game 5-5 with a runner on second, showing that they could win. Once the game was tied, a 19-year-old fan ran to the field and tried to steal the cap of a Texas outfielder, who tripped when the fan surprised him. The Texas manager, thinking the outfielder had been hurt, charged onto the field with his players following, armed with their bats. The Cleveland fans, seeing this and being from Ohio, rushed the field and surrounded the Rangers with knives, chains, and pieces of the stadium seats that they had torn off. When the Cleveland manager realized the lives of the Rangers team might be in danger, he ordered his players to grab bats and protect the Rangers, meaning this team was clubbing its own fans with baseball bats. Nice. The bond between the two teams may have been strong, but the rage of the crowd was stronger. They started throwing steel folding chairs at the players, hitting one player in the head. Another player had to have a fist fight with one rioter and subdued the man, but had to fight his way back to the dugout. The two teams left the field while protecting each other. The field was destroyed, with rioters stealing the bases and throwing everything they could find, from bottles to hot dogs. When the umpire in charge of the game realized order would not be restored, he forfeited the game to Texas. He also suffered injuries with a gash in both his hand and his head. He was later quoted saying the fans were uncontrollable beasts and said he'd never seen anything like it except in a zoo. He's also rumored to have said that although the rioters were strong, had Addison Schuster, aka the Kin Foreman, aka Aldolfo, been there, he could have taken on all of them. The police eventually arrived to restore order. The Cleveland general manager later blamed the umpires for losing control of the crowd, but the president of the Texas team responded by saying his perspective might have been different had he been in the umpire's shoes, in the midst of knife-wielding, bottle-throwing, chair-tossing, fist-swinging drunks. The moral of today's story is, if you're going to riot at a sporting event, be certain you can win. Otherwise, it's just a waste of your time and a criminal charge. Also, the best weapon to combat a group of drunks isn't baseball bats, it's friendship.